Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so a rematch will be added to the October 28th Anthony Joshua Kirbat Pulev undercard, and that's Lenroy Thomas versus Dave Allen. All right. The first fight, I thought Thomas won that fight. Um, you know, in my opinion, I think that Dave Allen, he made the mistake of falling into the trap when you fight Lenroy Thomas. And what I mean by that is Thomas, now some of you probably just watched him fight, or that was the first time you ever viewed him fighting. You probably thought, oh, well, Dave Allen has him against the ropes. He's pressing him and, you know, he's backing him up. But Thomas makes a living off of fighting off the ropes. He loves to fight off the ropes. Now, I've seen him get stopped off the ropes. I watched him on ESPN when he fought Andre Fedosov, and he got stopped against the ropes. But I've seen him be able to fight against the ropes and be very effective, man. He knows how to bounce, have his back against the ropes, come back with counter uppercuts, counter hooks up top. He has good defense. He fights southpaw, so it's a little awkward for some guys, for some orthodox fighters, to fight southpaws. Um, so he's a little bit better than what you would think. He's know he has a few losses. He got beat by Brazil and Fedosov. Somebody else. He has some other losses too that I forget. Was it Brazil, Fedosov? It was a few guys, but he even fought Grover Young. I watched that fight on YouTube. He even fought him off the ropes in certain spots of that fight. So he is very comfortable against the ropes. So Allen shouldn't just fall into the trap of, smothering his own work, because then Thomas can land chopping shots on the inside. Thomas did an excellent job in that first fight of going right down the middle on Allen, landing one, four punch combinations with straight punches. Jab, right hand, jab, or jab, left hand, being that he's southpaw. So I thought he was outboxing Allen on the outside. Allen had his spots where he was landing some chopping shots and winning some rounds there. Don't get me wrong, but thought he was smothering a lot of his work in that first fight, man. He has the youth. Thomas is 32 years old. Allen is 25. A lot of fans feel as if that Allen should have gave himself some time to grow, as a pro, and probably took about, 20, 25 fights before he tried to take on the likes of a Dillian White, Luis Ortiz. He did beat David Howe, guy who's known in that area, beat Jason Gavin. I remember that fight. That was pretty damn funny, the Gavin fight. So I think in this fight, he did have that fight against Tom Dallas, knocked him out. Um, I don't know, man. He should use his youth, try to turn up the pressure, and when he does have Thomas against the ropes, pick his spots, pick his punches. Don't smother your work. Don't throw a lot of filler type punches out there. Try to place shots. I mean, throw shots, but place hard ones and try to pick Thomas off, man. Give yourself a little bit of room. Work your jab. Um, Definitely don't go backwards. Allen cannot go backwards in this fight. Um, but he has to come forward, man. Has to use that youth, So he's 25. Thomas 32. Thomas is an old man, but use that youth, man. Try to work that body. Try to and then try to land something heavy upstairs. We're gonna have to work the body. Gonna have to work behind the jab. Can't smother his work, man. And if he's getting out fought while Thomas is on the ropes, try to get him off the ropes a little bit. You know what I mean? So you can open up other opportunities by maybe stepping around or going left to right and trying to cut him off and land some shots. Sometimes Thomas, he will give you the Philly shell sometimes, especially when he's on the ropes. So try to work that body, man. The body's going to he's going to have one arm not doing anything when you get in that shell position sometimes. Although you're using your upper body movement to get out of the way and you're catching shots with your left glove, still the body is there to attack. So Allen's going to definitely have to attack the body. But I'm going to go with Thomas by another points decision. I think he just outboxes Allen from the outside. And then when Allen gets him against the ropes or gets close, I think Tom's going to outwork him and be more accurate on his punches. And if he really throws down the middle and keeps Allen on the outside of his punches, he can probably actually back Allen up if he can land something hard enough to back him up. But should be a good fight. The first fight was a pretty decent heavyweight fight, man. But I'm going to go with Lenroy Thomas in the rematch by decision. You guys let me think in the comment section. I'm out.